love that picture. What we still have to have is consistency for that other corner spot. We gotta do that, and then solidify some depth on the defensive line. But the overall picture defensively is strong.
When you look at the scrimmage tomorrow, how do you see the format going? Do you change it up from Saturday or?
Yeah, we might. I'm going to look at that later, so I haven't really put it all together. We had a pretty good mix of special teams in the last scrimmage, and I like that. And so one of the main things about a scrimmage is that kind of change of personnel, substitution, and then be able to perform situation stuff. So we'll probably continue to do that, And then I've got some health issues as far as number of plays and how we can handle that. So I'm to the point where we've had a lot of physical work, and now I got to get this team back health-wise.
When you talk about that physical work, you said before camp started you were going to do more live stuff, and you have. Are you satisfied with the amount and how that's gone?
Yeah,
so
we've
far?
done more than we ever had. So, and it's been pretty clean. It's been pretty clean. We've done mostly short spurts, other than that other longer scrimmage that we had. And I think that might be the way to do it. Give them, 4 or 6 live plays a day, mix it in. I kind of like that.
You talked about that you had a lot of discussions about it before. Can you kind of go a little bit more into detail about, was it discussion amongst the staff? Did you talk to anybody else outside the program to see how to do that?
Both. We had staff discussions about it. I asked for input for what coaches need or think they need, and then I talked to people outside, other head coaches, other people in football. So it was, I think pretty diverse discussion that way.
Any coaches that you talked to you want to care to reveal?
Well, I always talk to Paul Chris.
Okay,
so.
Sure.
Coach, staying on the defensive side of the ball, when you look at the scrimmage, recently, is there anything specific that you want to fit, or when you want to work on, whether it's like the linebackers fitting or like the secondary, anything that stands out to you that they can improve upon?
Well, they always can improve their position and alignment, those kinds of things, and what they have to get ready for kind of a wide variety of offenses that they're going to see. So I have to use some time in teaching periods to look at what other teams do in their version of the spread offense and what a team like Stanford does in their non-spread offense. So they have a ton of variety to deal with that they have to look at pieces of that preparation right now.
And even in that respect, Portland State with McDonough, they zone read, he runs. So you got a lot of things to be preparing for right now.
And it will be always is in those situations a challenge to be very disciplined in assignment.
Coach, after watching the tape from the scrimmage on Saturday, what are you hoping to see tomorrow in the next scrimmage?
Well, obviously we would like to be a little bit better in the pass protection part of it and in catching the ball, that part of it. And really besides that, it's just if we indeed do it very much, it might treat it like the last preseason game and the starters don't even go very much because they have had so much live work. It's just a chance to get, the idea of being live and getting lined up correctly and having to adjust when there's a lot of different stuff going on. That's kind of the key to everything.
With the experience you have in the defensive backfield, is the chemistry pretty evident to you?
Well, it's definitely grown for sure, and I think that the safeties have played together for a long time, which is where most of the communication has to come from. And then, I think the corner deal. I think Steven's main deal is the improvement physically that he's shown from the off season. There's a lot of stuff, obviously, mentally that you need to be aware of at corner. I'm not downplaying that, but a lot of the adjustments and calls come from the safeties, and the corner just needs to continue to improve himself physically so he can play.
Any news on the 4 freshmen potentially not redshirting?
Not yet. Thanks for asking.
Coach, when it comes to Portland State stuff, next week, game time?
Well, we're doing a little bit of it right now.
Oh, okay.
What you're seeing here at the end of practice is the beginning of that. So, and we've been doing it in the kicking game for a few days.
Coach, when it comes to game week, and I probably ask you this next week too, for you and the team, does things ramp up, or do you try to keep things at that type of level all the time?
Well, I think it's important that you do everything you can to mix in a little bit of interaction with your ones against ones to keep some speed going. and then prepare for everything you can at best of speed with the scout teams.